I just got done installing all the flooring up here, and there's one last thing I need to do. I installed the T-molding where the tile and the wood meet. And if I close the door and I look underneath, there's about a 1/16 of an inch from the top of the T-mold to the bottom of the door. That's a little bit too tight for my comfort, so I'm going to take a little bit off. So you might think that in order to do this, you just take the door off, make a square line with however much you want to cut off, and cut that off. That's not going to always work out. So in homes, nothing's ever level, plumb, or square. So if you do a square cut on the door, you're going to have different amounts of reveal or gaps on either end of the door. So this door, as is, already has a tighter gap over there and a bigger gap over there. So what I like to do is use the floor to scribe an even gap all the way across the door and then make the cut. I don't have my scribes with me today, so I'm just going to use 2 pencils and scribe along the bottom. So the traditional way to trim doors is to take a knife and score along that line and use a circular saw and cut along the line. But it's much easier to do it with a track saw. So when you make the cut with the track saw, you don't need to make a score mark. All you do is line up the splinter guard with the pencil line. You don't even have to get the track saw clamps to make sure this doesn't move, because the non-slip padding here I found works really well. It doesn't let the track move at all. So you get a nice clean cut, and underneath, no chipping at all, as expected. But up top here, you could tell this is where the track saw excels. No chips at all. And then sand the edges and give the bare wood, or MDF in this case, and seal it with some paint. Alright, so we got a nice even reveal, a nice even gap, and it's going to be enough for the door to clear the T-mold, and it looks really good. So that's how you do it. Thanks for watching, and like the video if this helped you, and please subscribe.